He was directing, not just.
Someone already talking about it. Do not bring it up. I'm just talking.
I know you.
All right.
So have y'all ever seen a pipeline? You know what that is? So a pipeline connects some things together, right? And it's not like you can get out when you're in the middle of it, right? And so if you have on one end the schools, right, and at the other end of the pipeline is going, you would expect it would be going to college, right, to university, and then from there it would go on to, you know, a wonderful career, right? But what we're saying is that the pipeline is leading students to the prison system when it should be leading you all to college. And what is it that's making that direct connection between the school and the jail is these types of policies that they see, you know, regular behavior of young people where it's like young people make mistakes, right? They act up, but you make a stupid mistake in this climate and it gets you, they have to automatically arrest you. Or they have to kick you out for a certain amount of days, right? No questions asked, no support, no nothing like that.
Basically speaking on zero tolerance, and what I learned about zero tolerance is that's something that should not be used because you don't know what people are going through. So say like me and this guy, we get in a fight. Oh, you're fighting, so we're going to suspend you. That's not going to solve the problem. You should actually try to go into the roots of the problem instead of, yeah, we're just going to suspend you. So I believe that we need organizations like this that will like stand up because as students, we don't really have a voice.
What's up? Basically, one of the problems with the zero tolerance thing is that, you know how like you get into a fight and then they'll send you to the office and then you trying to tell your side of the story, but it's like the dean is still, they just lecturing you about how you did wrong or what you did that was incorrect, but they don't know what it is. They don't know like the whole story. There's a reason behind everything. Zero tolerance is not the right way to go.
Shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, but my friend Jeremiah, he got suspended. He had a pair of scissors. Why he got suspended, I don't understand it. He had a pair of scissors in his book bag. They broke. They thought it was a weapon. They sent him to the dean and they gave him a 10-piece. A whole 10 days of suspension.
So what's your experience? They treated one of my friends like they didn't do nothing to the person. The person was being on down for no reason. So when they got caught, guess what? My friend got suspended for no reason, and the others didn't get suspended.
The testimony I'm giving is an incident last year concerning uniform policy. Basically, the rule from the school since I was there since freshman year was if you didn't wear your uniform, you would get suspended, you would get put in detention, and some of my friends actually got suspended because they didn't have on a uniform. So what my mom did was she called downtown and they told her to look in the CPS Code of Conduct book, the same book you get every year before school start. It basically said right there in print that students cannot be held back from class for not having on their uniform. Like you can't get suspended, you can't get put in detention. Only thing they could do is take away like activities like going to a game, football game, basketball game. The purpose of my whole testimony is to say that know your rights. Before they say they're going to suspend you for something, like for the littlest, most pettiest thing, just make sure they actually have the right to do that because basically they'll be breaking the law.
I'm glad that she said that because at my school they actually have it whereas if you don't have on your uniform, that you can't go to class. So yeah, you should definitely know your rights because that's definitely what's going on in our school, and I really don't think that it's right.
Yeah, my class is on this side of the building, and they wanted you to get to my class, my other class, which is like the achievement side. Like that's real far away from them. In like 4 minutes. I used to run every day, sweating and everything. I still wouldn't make it.
Your school is like is it 2 or 3 blocks long? It's 3 blocks long.
Like my friend over there, he speaks the truth. Apparently, the first day when they started doing hall sweeps and stuff, at first I thought there was like, kidding and all, until the anonymous song from the intercom. And I was just talking to my friends at the time, and the only thing we were thinking was this: sweet Jesus. I had to end up running to my third period class during the time. I was only 1 second late. I'm glad that I came in.
I remember one day, it was just really out of the blue that like all these parents that came up to the school and like was trying to talk to the principal, but she was so mad that all the teachers came up like talking about the suspensions and stuff that she said she kicked all the parents out of the building, and then over the intercom she said she said that anyone caught in the hall will be given days. Basically, it's how she is feeling. Like out of nowhere, out of the blue, it's hall sweep. Like, no joke.
With our school, we had 2,600 kids. So we had metal detectors. How many of your schools have metal detectors? Show of hands. Metal detectors.
On both sides.
Exactly. So we had 2,600 kids, right? And our school was overpopulated. 2,600 kids had to go through these metal detectors every morning. If you beat, you had to take your belt, your shoes, your jacket, your inside coat, and you had to spread them, and they had to take the wand. So you got 2,600 kids. If you got there, so we would all basically have to get to school at 7 o'clock, because if you got there at 8 o'clock, you would be standing in that line until third period. And then you would be counted for those first 2 periods, even though you were in line for their metal detector, you would be counted as absent. And so that whole day is not an absence, right? It's a truant because you ditched. What does a metal detector and the wand and the security put you all in the mindset of? Like we're walking in prison. So what
Like I'm about to be searched in places that I don't want to be searched in,
So when we talk about these metal detectors, and we talk about security, and we talk about being searched, and we talk about the fact that you have to run a class, or you might be kicked out of school if you don't get there. That's putting you in the mindset of some type of prison system, right?
Mm-hmm. And so that's what's creating that direct connection between the schools over here and connecting it right into the prison system. So we talked about the problem. We're all really clear about all of these problems, right? And then they're all connected, and it's part of this same mentality, right? Of how we treat young people. The flip side of it looks a little bit like this. It's like not assuming what the problem is with that person. You gotta ask. And so you're actually asking real questions to find out.